Welcome to my presentation on why I think Tsareena is kind of a sleeper threat right now in the metagame, and why I think you could use it to great effect and it might help you with a lot of things that you're struggling with. Tsareena is one of the Pokemon that I think is very overlooked right now, but actually patches a lot of problems that are common and a lot of people are facing. But I think let's talk about first about why maybe it's underrated, why people aren't using it. And a big thing is that its stat spread isn't very impressive. It has a below average HP stat of 72, which really isn't good, and a bad speed stat of 72 as well. It's just not a good HP or speed stat. I mean, you either have a bad HP and a great speed, or bad speed and a great HP, but having an unimpressive stat in both of those, I think really turns a lot of people off. Even with the 98 stat in both defenses, the 72 HP just isn't enough, and it does have a really respectable attack stat of 120, but without the good speed to take advantage of it, it might as well not have a good attack stat because it can just get knocked out first, right? Because it's also being faced with a lot of threats like Dire Claw from Sneasler, Sludge Bomb from Gengar, Heat Waves from Charizard Y, or Dual Wing Beat from Aerodactyl. It's also facing stronger competition from other grass types like Venusaur or Sinistcha, and it's not a flashy or cool Pokemon, and it's not something that you can just throw out whenever you want. You have to position it correctly to get the most value out of it. But I think the pros of Tsareena really outweigh the cons of it. It can block priority moves, it's great into the bulky water types, has good coverage, great move pool, and you can compress some roles into Tsareena to free up extra slots for your team to help you with more team building, more in-depth skill expression in your team building and play. So right off the bat, being able to stop priority moves like Shadow Sneak, Fake Out, Sucker Punch is so valuable. We only have two Pokemon in the format that can stop priority right now, and it's Farigiraf, which is weak to Kingambit's dark moves and can be knocked out easily by those. And Farigiraf doesn't really threaten Kingambit back in any way. Or you have Tsareena, which has its own threats like Dire Claw from Sneasler. But I actually think that you can strike back versus Sneasler, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. But being able to stop all these priority attacks is huge for teams. You also have a great matchup into the bulky water types that are in the format right now. Rotom Wash is everywhere. Scarf, Citrus, you name it, people will run it. It's really prevalent, and Milotic just won a big tournament. So having something that can stand up against these Pokemon is going to be vital. And Tsareena has a great matchup and can almost OHKO them with either Drop Kick or Power Whip, depending on what you'd rather use, making it extremely valuable in these matchups versus these bulky water types. It also has Triple Axle, which gives you so much value into the field. You can OHKO Garchomp with 3 hits from Triple Axle. You can do almost 80% to Sinistcha, and if you can just chip any other grass type, even like Venusaur or Sinistcha, you can pretty much take it out with a Triple Axle, which I think is so valuable. You also are immune to Sinistcha's Rage Powder, which is so annoying right now that people are having a hard time dealing with it. You can just ignore it and keep attacking who you want to attack. But not only that, it has low kick utility. So Kingambit that I talked about before, that a lot of people are having a hard time beat right now, can be low kicked for almost a guaranteed chance to OHKO, as well as it gives you a great matchup into sand teams being able to OHKO Tyranitar and clear it from the field, even in its mega form. You also have the option of Zen Headbutt on a Scarf Tsareena. You have enough speed to outspeed Sneasler, and Zen Headbutt will just pick up the KO guaranteed, like no problem. And so you have this utility in so many different matchups depending on what you need, but you can run it with a Scarf, or you can run it with a Citrus Berry, or a Whiter, or a Resist Berry. There's so many flexible builds that you can do to give you consistency, longevity, speed control, or just help you clear a matchup. So, do I think that you should use Tsareena? Well, if your team is weak to priority, you're struggling versus those bulky water types, even Blastoise could be considered in that. It's starting to pop up a lot more. You struggle versus sand teams or King Gambit, or you just need to compress some roles, I think Tsareena could really do well on your team. I think it's very underrated, but so effective at countering and checking some major threats. It has meta relevant utility and it has a high skill floor. You can really master this Pokemon and use it super effectively, and you will get so much value out of it. So what do you think? Have you tried Tsareena? And if you did, what set do you think you would run? I would love to hear your ideas about Tsareena. Do you think Scarf is best? I personally really like the white herb so that you can't be intimidated on the first switch in from an Incineroar. I really think it has so much utility, and I really think that it's so valuable in the metagame right now that everybody should try it out, because I was struggling with a lot of things like King Gambit and Priority, and I was trying to use Farigiraf and it just was not providing me with the value I needed. So I was almost forced to use Tsareena, and I was blown away after I got used to using it. I almost bring it every game now. Even if there's a Sun Team or Sneaslers or Gengars, I always bring it because I get so much value out of stopping priority and threatening Pokemon like King Gambit and Garchomp and ignoring Rage Powder. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching my presentation.